Hey, welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. This is the Weather HQ segment. Now, aquaculture is a crucial part of the Philippines economy, driving food security, creating jobs, and strengthening the seafood industry. Villa Orbe Farms is leading the way in terms of crab farming by integrating recirculating aquaculture systems, or RAS. Now, improving water quality, crab fattening, and sustainability, as well as farming efficiency. To share more about this innovative approach, we have Mr. Paulo Enrico Orbe of Villa Orbe Farms joining us today via Zoom. Magandang umaga, Paulo. Pasensya na po na hinole name po kita. Thank you very much for joining us on
Good
It's a Beautiful Day.
morning. Good morning also.
All right, sir, let's take a look first at aquaculture, aqua farming. When we take a look at the story behind Villa Orbe Farms, can you give us a brief background kung paano ito nagsimula?
Actually, this started during the pandemic. So pre-pandemic kasi ang nangyari dito is mahilig ako kumain ng crabs.
Yeah.
So, it just so happened na nasa Singapore ako that time. Then I saw this training there sa Singapore. So, but the training itself is in Malaysia. So, we traveled from Singapore going to Malaysia just to para matutunan natin kung paano work out yung crab farming using recirculating aquaculture system. So, para madala natin dito sa Philippines. And to start lang muna, yung personal muna yung ginagawa namin, pang personal, then it goes commercial po.
Well, you mentioned that, I like how nagsimula to sa Singapore kasi most likely kumakain ka ng chili crab.
Yes.
Of course. Siyempre.
Nagbabakasyon ako nun eh.
Oh, but then when you started studying RAS, ano yung siguro yung biggest learnings mo at bakit itong sistema yung ginagamit mo dito sa Pilipinas?
Actually, yung biggest learning ko dito is yung daily grind. Meaning kasi this is not grow out no? This is purely crab fattening. So meaning to say, we buy the crabs same size but payat or the rejected ones. Tapos, ipa-farm natin sila or papatabain natin sila dito sa ating RAS, in a span of 15 days para maging premium quality or export quality sila.
And
Sorry?
go ahead po, go ahead.
Ayun. So, para maging export quality sila. At mas maganda pagka ni-release natin sila sa market, mas magiging masaya yung ating mga consumers dahil mataba nga mismo yung mga crabs natin eh.
So, kumukuha kayo ng mga rejects and when you take
Yes.
a look at yung traditional aquaculture natin dito sa Pilipinas in terms of actually producing crabs, ano yung mga nakikita mong mga gaps that you're trying to siguro take advantage of, noting that
Yeah.
yung mga rejects kinukuha nyo?
No, here. Number one advantage natin dito kasi is we control everything. Lahat ng water parameters dito nakokontrol natin eh. So from let's start with the salinity. We control the salinity unlike the traditional pond. Kasi pagka umulan, definitely bababa yung salinity level ng fish pond nila. Too much heat naman, tataas naman masyado yung salinity level nila. So dito sa atin sa RAS system natin, control natin lahat from the salinity, of course the ammonia, kung yun yung toxic do sa water, control din natin yun. That's why we check the water parameters twice a day, morning and evening, para maging efficient yung sistema natin at mas mapaganda natin yung produce natin.
And of course, noting that kinokontrol ninyo yung water quality, when you take a look at yung RAS, masasabi mo bang climate change resistant siya? Kasi right now, pinag-uusapan natin, in general, the climate change is affecting water quality, it's affecting the seasonality of certain produce. Mas resistant ba kayo?
Yes. Yun yung tulad kasi tulad ng lagi ko sinasabi sa mga students namin na this is one of the advantage kasi climate resistant tayo kasi we control everything nga eh. So hindi tayo naapektuhan pag sobrang ulan, sobrang init, parang lang tayo, chill lang tong sistema natin. And of course, maliit lang masyado yung space natin, walang nasisirang mga tulad sa pond, ipil-ipil na tinatawag nila. So walang binubutas yung crabs. So dito, nakokontrol nga natin. Yun yung kagandahan ng RAS.
Yung RAS, we're going to take a look at it from a business standpoint because Sa totoo lang, based on everything that you're telling me right now, it seems expensive eh. But then when you look at yung pricing ng mga crabs or especially yung volume of the crabs that you're able to produce from a business standpoint, paano mo ito nababalance?
Actually, lagi ang tulad ng sinasabi ko, mahal to talaga. Mahal yung investment eh. Sa una, mahal kasi you'll need to invest do sa box, do sa filtration system. Pero in the long run, kaya naman kasi siyang i-sustain dahil definitely kung maganda yung sistema mo at sinunod mo yung sistema namin, in 6 months time, ROI ka na eh.
Mm.
Kasi, for example, last night, the selling price of the M1 crabs or the 1 kilo of crab each is around 2,450 per kilo.
Okay.
Eh, binibili lang namin yung payat or reject ng around maximum na yung 700 pesos per kilo eh. Do you see the difference
Yes.
in the price?
Yes. So right now, in terms of your produce, in terms of the crabs that you end up getting, do you only focus on getting mga rejected crabs or nagbe-breed po din kayo? How does that work in terms of your sourcing of yung produce po ninyo? It looks like we're having a hard time reconnecting with Paulo Orbe, but then as you mentioned a while ago, we are focusing on RAS, a new technology that he is using to help really take the Philippine crab culture here to another level. Hindi po crab mentality po, we're actually talking about crab farming. Now we're back with you here, Paulo, na maayos yung connection natin. I was wondering about where you source your crabs initially. You said that nag-focus kayo sa mga rejected crabs, but do you actually breed them as well? Or is there, what's the process when it comes to that? Because if kung yung reliance po ninyo is just the rejected crabs, maybe there is a problem na masyadong madaming rejected crabs out there in general.
Yeah, in general, sir, yung rejected crab source natin from the fish ponds operator standpoint is around 30 to 40% nung na-harvest nila.
Mm-hmm.
For example, nag-harvest sila ng 1 hectare and then nakuha nila is 1,000 kilos. So more or less 30% of or 40% of it reject po. Meaning, hindi po lahat mataba.
Mm-hmm.
So yun po yung nangyari po doon. And of course, kami naman dito, ang target namin kasi dito is yung small-time players like the fisher folk, yung mga hunters ng crabs. So yun yung target namin para mas magbigyan namin ng trabaho yung mga tao na yan at mas mapakinabangan nila yung mga hinuhuli nila kasi we buy them at a good price naman eh. Kasi sila naman, nanguhuli sila in a daily basis. And of course, minimal din yung nahuhuli nila. Kami naman, binibili naman namin yun. Tulad ko po, meron po akong buying station sa Siargao and sa Surigao City po. So doon po dinadala na po doon nung mga hunters po natin. So ang priority po kasi nung sa akin is hunters din the fish pond operators po.
For those who are interested in yung sistema po ninyo and of course want to learn more about crab farming, how can they reach out to you?
Ay sir, they can reach out to us po dito po sa through Facebook po. They can just search Villa Orbe Farms or they can message us. Can I say i-plug ko yung number namin?
Go lang.
Yeah. Yun, so you can reach us at 0916-675-8108. So anything naman, sasagot naman natin and kaya naman natin tumulong dyan pagdating dito sa aquaculture system po na to.
And of course, you can find that in Talon Road in Amadeo, Cavite. And of course,
Yes,
they also specialize in mga kurubuta, Berkshire pigs at kurubuta lechon. Hindi lang ang mga alimango. Alright, Paulo,
Yes,
thank
po.
you so much for joining us. I really love the vibes here. I think masasabi talaga natin, basta Paulo panalo. Maraming salamat, Pao. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po.